Dad thought he'd live to 100. Nobody ever questioned it. He was very energetic. He was exposed to asbestos in the construction industry. And who would have thought that 40 years on from just doing your job in the 70s that this would come back. My dad was a character. He was honest and reliable, hardworking, cheeky. I thought Dad was attention seeking, thought he had bronchitis. They took an x-ray the same as they had, 10 weeks earlier, but this time the picture came back very differently. The most heartbreaking part of it was that he was given that news on his own with none of us there to support him. That's just something that I still find quite upsetting. My dad was intensely private. The thought of us having to shower him, toilet him, was more than he wanted to think about. I don't think that he really envisaged how ill he was going to get. Having to be responsible for the pain management of someone that you care for, giving them morphine and keeping the records that you need to keep. There was one day when I was helping him to take off his shirt and his singlet had come up at the same time, and both my sister and I looked at each other and there was this massive lump near his ribs, and then they actually found some other lumps on his back and whatnot. That must have been incredibly painful. Dad was a union member. Whenever you complained about work, he would say, "I hope you're in the union." My dad was a very protective dad. He had 3 daughters, and if anyone upset any of us, he was always there to back us up. Had he known that by just doing his normal work that he would be exposed to asbestos, I'm sure he would have taken much more care, not just to spare himself pain, but also the pain that it caused our family. Dad was very well known in the community. He actually got awards for his community work. I remember when he retired, we had to get an answering machine to keep track of him because we could just never find him. He was always busy driving the elderly SITS bus, calling bingo, setting up for the carpet bowls. He and Mum started a lunch on Christmas Day for people who found themselves alone or cash-strapped. He was very kind. Asbestos illness isn't just a historical disease. It's not just an old person's disease, and it just doesn't affect workers. It affects their family and their community. Yeah, it's a devastating blow when somebody gets that ill, through no fault of their own. We've decided to share Dad's story because as a family it really impacted on us, and we would hate to think of another family having to go through that. It's also to honour my dad, the work that he did. He was a great believer. If you can help someone, you should, and a smile costs nothing. They were his mantras.